And now, an exclusive first look at the lost women of NXIVM.
The leader of an alleged sex cult has been arrested in Mexico. He's charged with federal sex trafficking.
The so-called self-help guru allegedly coerced women into having sex with him and also branded them as part of an initiation ceremony.
The rise and fall of Keith Raniere and NXIVM is one of the most disturbing scandals of our age. What began as a purported self-help group spiraled into a dark, secretive pit of illicit sex, money laundering, and exploitation.
He wanted to impose his will on people and control people. He mandated this torturing of women. He branded them. He scarred them for life. And I think he took pleasure in that.
Sometimes desperate situations require desperate measures.
After decades ruling a criminal enterprise, Raniere never thought a whistleblower could bring him down. But Frank Parlato did just that, and he's not finished exposing Raniere's misdeeds. Parlato has unique access to victims and former NXIVM members who were in charge of hiding the cult's activities, some of whom have never spoken before. Now, Parlato will shed light on possibly the darkest NXIVM secret of all: the deaths of 4 women.
Hello? Yeah, her family never knew what happened to her, but we're gonna find out. My name is Frank Parlato, and I'm an investigative journalist. In 2007, I worked for NXIVM for 6 months. One of my jobs was to refurbish their image as a legitimate self-help group.
At one time, he was hired as NXIVM's publicist. NXIVM turned around and came after Frank, and he became a target like many others within NXIVM.
I was abruptly fired when I began to look into what happened to some missing money. The total was a little bit more than $90 million. I suspected that Keith Raniere had embezzled the money. Raniere wanted to destroy me. It was either me or him. So I became a journalist. My goal was to expose NXIVM. On June 5th, 2017, I broke the story that NXIVM was branding women under the direction of Keith Raniere.
Forget about vacuuming for up to a month. Shark IQ Robot does it for you, then empties itself into a base you empty as little as once a month. And unlike standard robots that bounce around aimlessly, the Shark IQ Robot maps your home and deep cleans row by row. It even removes hair with a self-cleaning brush roll, all with powerful suction on carpets and floors. If it's not a shark, it's just a robot.
My current investigation leads me to believe that Raniere could be responsible for the deaths of Kristen Snyder, Gina Hutchinson, Barbara Jeske, and Pam K. Fritz.
beautiful turn.
In 1999, 31-year-old Kristen Snyder moved from Kentucky to Alaska. She was pursuing a career as an environmental consultant. By all accounts, she was a happy, well-respected member of her community. Snyder was ambitious. She wanted to improve herself and her career. That's when she discovered Executive Success Programs, also known as ESP. Frank Parlato is in Anchorage, Alaska, to examine the mysterious details surrounding the disappearance of Kristen Snyder. Parlato has arranged to get a copy of Kristen Snyder's police report from the Anchorage Police Department. On February 7, 2003, they opened a missing persons case on Snyder. She was last seen at a local hotel where she was attending a self-help seminar. Witnesses stated that Snyder was forcibly removed from the class because she was acting erratically. When she did not arrive home later that night, her wife, Heidi Clifford, reported her missing. Kristen's pickup truck was found 2 days later in Seward, a 2.5-hour drive from Anchorage at the edge of Resurrection Bay. A letter inside the truck indicated that Snyder was planning to commit suicide. And on a separate sheet of paper, a note said, "No need to search for my body."
I'm going to meet Alan Nickel. He's an officer with the Seward Police Department. He was there on patrol the night she was missing, and he was looking for her.
You know, we responded out here, we looked around. You know, it was just incredibly foggy that night. We could hardly see right off the hood of the car. They found her car out here. Never found the body.
They never found her body.
No.
The Lost Women of NXIVM, an ID special event, Sunday at